Greetings, Quichling Prime here, doing another live reaction of One Piece, Chapter 857, Rook. Alright, we got some fan-requested fan service here with Bo Hancock, and I don't remember the name of her snake. Good lord, it's long. She's in a pool. Wet. Fan service. And if I remember right, Roger's base said that he's getting tired of all these fan request covers. So he's probably not going to be happy. He wants those little, what do they call them, cover stories. All full of stuff today, figures. Sweet City outskirts. Jinbei showed up. Yeah, I was totally surprised too. So they're talking, and there's a little thing. A quiet rain falls on the two. So Nami's safe then. I'm so relieved. But anyway, we just gotta think about how we can meet up with everyone. They'll all be stoked once they hear you're coming back. She. I can't possibly look Nami in the eye after everything I've done. Aw, Sanji. Nami and company were more worried than anyone after all. And in spite of that, I can't cause them all terrible grief. I caused them terrible grief. Yeah. Oh, the rain's letting up. Sanji just looks up. It's like, is that a sign? Mirror World. There they are. You think you'll be able to hear us? Or they'll be able to hear us even through these tiny mirror fragments? I called it, damn it! The last mirror we used to talk with them was broken while I was on top of this giant tree monster who called himself King Bomb, so... And a little flashback. Hello, Chopper? There has to be at least a couple pieces lying around that area. Hey, Luffy! And Chopper's just yelling into the fragment. Sweet City outskirts. Hey! Luffy, are you there? That's Chopper's voice. Hey! Found it. It's coming from this little piece of mirror. Luffy, can you hear me? Why, there's a voice coming from the mirror. It's a long story, but all you need to know is that Chopper's inside the mirror with everyone else. And Sanji is just confused by that statement. Chopper, are you guys alright? Luffy, you're really there. I'm so glad. And the face on Sanji, just thinking, he wasn't lying. Luffy, do you have Sanji with you? Okay, we got Nami now. Yep, he's right here. What about you? Change over to Carrot. We were able to find and rescue everyone from inside the mirrors, Luffy. And now over to Chopper, and what's more, Brook was able to get his hands on a copy of the Poneglyph. Whoa, really? You guys really are the best. Oh, look. Oh, God. They've kind of all adopted Chopper's like, no, but you can go on. Even if you praise me, it won't make me happy or anything, you bastard. And there's Carrot. You bastard. And even Brook. Yo-ho-ho. You dunderhead. It doesn't seem like something Brook would say. Oh, Pedro's getting in on it. Luffy, it's great that Sanji's with you, but were you able to reach an underling? Or understanding an underling? Read the page. Anyway, Sanji's not coming back just yet. Huh? Yeah, they're all Good lord, Yeah, Carrot just like jumped up in the air after that news. Kind of weird. Starting now, we're gonna bust up Big Mom's tea party and wedding, and save Sanji's family. And once we're done, Sanji will come back to us. But Big... Uh-oh. Silence. Whoop, I thought I felt a burp. Luffy, we're talking about a Yonko here. The last thing I want is to endanger everyone. No, endanger Nami because of my own selfishness. That's why... Uh-oh. Yay! Well, there went the burp. Excuse me. So, who did the yay? What the hell's your problem? I heard you had a huge fight with Luffy, so I was crazy worried about you, dummy. Aw, they're all crying. I'm just so happy, you dummy. You simpleton. So as long as we do all that, Sanji will come back to the crew, right? Ah. Nami, and Sanji, regarding the matters of you throwing me down into the depths of fear itself. Uh-oh. I'll never forgive you. And that face, and it's like, even the talk bubble, the arrow just pierces right through it. Ah. I'll be glad when the weather quits going from hot and cold. I think that's what's screwing me over. But I suppose I can put it behind me for the time being. Aw. The tea party's just around the corner after all. So I'm going to bring you back even if I have to drag you. Got it, Sanji? Aw, he's like, could you be proposing to me, Nami? This all makes me feel oddly relieved. Well then, Luffy, we all know what what we've got to do. No, that was Jinbei. Yep, and now that I think about it, Sanji's big sis saved my life. Wait. Oh, that was Luffy talking. And it shows a little flashback. And it's kind of weird because Chopper is holding a little piece of the mirror, and then when Jinbei wanted to talk, he like just picked Chopper up by the antler. And he's like, I don't like this. Then we must save her at all costs. But that's easier said than done. Even though we don't necessarily have to take out Big Mom herself. Every time Mama has a tea party, she looks forward to it from the very bottom of her heart. Destroy all that would mean that has to be Brule talking. But no, it was Jinbei. To incite the full-blown wrath of one of the Yonko. And what's more, it seems you've already been confronted by various ministers, but within the Big Mom Pirates, we are but the tip of the iceberg, or they are but the tip of the iceberg. There will surely be more fierce warriors above them, even them in attendance at the tea party. And not to mention the emperors of the underworld, invited from various nations from across the seas. Oh. As for we who are standing against them, there are merely 10 of us. His look of, yeah, we're kind of screwed. Hey, don't you include us in this? Wait, are they really counting them? Brule and Diesel? If so, that's kind of funny. Don't go fudging the numbers there. Merely 8 of you, not 10. And you can all go and get yourselves murdered as far as I'm concerned. Luffy, I already talked about this with everyone on this side, but forgive me for changing the subject, but there's something you need to hear. do you know of Capone gang Bege? He's going to talk about Peckham's. Yeah, he's the guy, or wait, is it something else? Yeah, he's the guy who made off with Sanji. Right, he's one of the worst generation. In other words, one of your compatriots, or contemporaries, sorry. In his native West Blue, there are 5 enormous mafias, which have the underworld of the entire sea under their control. The 5 great families of the West, and of the 5 bosses of those mafias, one of them is none other than Gang Bege himself. I don't know how to say the word. It's like the mocker gang comes from the remnants of his younger days. And he was one crazy whippersnapper. Why are you... Good Lord, how old is Jinbei? He's talking like an old man. He became infamous as a loose cannon, you know. I always thought it was from his devil fruit, or has he had his devil fruit most of his life? I've heard that he's the sort of man who'll cut off animals' heads and laugh as he watches their writhing bodies. Okay, so he's a sociopath, and Chopper's like, animals' heads being cut off? Well, that's beyond terrible. And if you change animals to organizations, they met the very same fate at his hands. Even back in his younger days, he was already gunning for the heads of the bosses of the underworld. Even if they commanded an entire family, he'd go straight for the head of any boss who dared resist him, and no one else. But in spite of all that, he showed no interest in improving his status or acquiring territory. He stole money and precious items and nothing else. What the hell is up with him? From then on, he sat back and watched the blood-soaked struggles for power. He merely laughed as he watched the powers that be in the underworld panic. Saying he's a man with bad taste would be an understatement. However, in this world, it's an eye for an eye. Before long, those who would seek revenge on him came for his head in droves. And yet, that was all fun and games for Bege. He had an ironclad fortress awaiting them, and sent them packing with their tails between their legs, laughing all the way. Is that fortress he talking about his powers? Once he grew bored of his dominance of the land, he set out to the seas, but his methodologies didn't change. He quickly gained enmity by taking only the heads of renowned pirate captains, but leaving their crews intact. Why are you telling us all this, Jinbei? Yeah, I kind of wonder too, and Sanji's like, just kind of in the background. Even when we journeyed out to sea, he was continuously chased by those seeking revenge, and to someone like that, there's no better hiding place than under the umbrella of a Yonko. So Bege became a subordinate of Big Mom's. And now his sharpened wariness, in addition to his defensive prowess, have had their value acknowledged. And as of this tea party, he finally earned the title of Rook as a combatant in Big Mom's forces. Oh, so that's where the title of the chapter comes from. And has been given full authority over the defense detail of the event. Oh shit. Since he and his men will be on guard duty, that means there will be no one to get in his way. The main event of this tea party is the wedding ceremony. And as you know, Big Mom is planning on slaughtering everyone on the Vinsmoke of the Vinsmokes at that ceremony, and obtaining all of the Germa for herself. But amidst all the festivities, Bege intends to take Big Mom's head then and there. Oh shit. What? Are you serious? This tea bar is just steeped with conspiracy? Luffy, as for Peckham's, who guided you all here, the truth is, he was taken by Bege and his cohorts, and was ordered to become an accomplice with their schemes. Peckham's? So that's where he went. But Peckham's, who has a strong sense of duty, refused the offer, and in order to ensure that he kept quiet, he was shot and dropped into the sea for the sharks to feed on him. Huh? However, luckily for him, he was found by one of my comrades and saved by a hair's breadth. He's completely recuperating. Or he's currently recuperating. Okay, so that's all been explained. So he's safe, then I'm glad to hear it. But I've had it up to here with these this beige bastard. I'll never forgive him. Luffy, from here on out is the meat of the Luffy, from here on out is the meat of the conversation. I've heard everything about the plan from Peckham's himself, and I've done quite a bit of thinking on how we all should act from here. Once you hear this whole story, I knew you would want to rescue Sanji and his entire family. I certainly feel bad for Peckham's, but it is now really the time to make an enemy of Bege. I think that should be, is it now. Luffy in his nonchalant way of just like, I don't know what you're talking about. The tea party will begin at 10 a.m. That's only about 5 hours away. Unlike the 10 of us, he's still counting them. The 10 of us who, starting now, are trying to make up a plan from scratch. I told you not to include us in your little schemes. You fiends, I'll expose all of you, just you wait. Bege and his crew have meticulously made preparations for this day. Sanji, Luffy, would you join forces with Bege? What? Okay, that was a turn I wasn't expecting. Okay, double spread. Excuse me. There. You might be into something there. Whoa, Luffy, are you insane? Luffy, you haven't actually been taken in by Jinbei, have you? See? What did I tell you? Yeah? Just what I thought he'd say. Oh god, Jinbei. Luffy, we voted against it 4-2. I've actually already made the preparations for a meeting. Should we go see him? Alright, let's meet him right away. Calm down. If we don't like the sound of it, we can just turn him down. Our objectives are slightly different after all. Okay. Northwest Whole Cake Island. Fire Tank Pirates Hideout. Oh, it's just a little castle. Or is that bigger part of it? I don't know. So, did you off Bobbin? Oh shit, it was them. Indeed I did. He was chasing after Blackleg and... Well, the German are my heroes after all. Nero. Oh, it was... Crap, what's his name? It's been a while. Strange? Something like that? Do you really think those guys are coming, Father? Jinbei isn't a man who'd joke around about something like this. It's only logical that neither of us would want to make ourselves more enemies, given that we're both planning on opposing Big Mom. The rest all depends on Straw Hat's attitude. If he does anything to piss me off, all we gotta do is take him out right here. Gang is gonna give Luffy an offer he can't refuse. Oh god, you had to go with that line. Chapter 857 End. Well, that took me way longer to read than I thought it would, but a lot to take in. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about in my review. So much. I may have to read this a few times. But anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.